Hi guys, welcome back to another Overthrow Disc Golf video. Thank you so much for tuning in. Today we're going to talk about what you need to do in order to take your practice skill level and bring it into your competition skill level. Let's get started. Drop. So it's really frustrating when you've been out in the field, you've been working on something, only to get to some kind of round that actually matters, and then you screw it all up. It's really easy when we get to that point where you get in a tournament or something like that to think, dude, I spent all that time, I had it perfect in the field, why did I waste all of that time? Did my practice work? It doesn't look like it worked. Looked like I just wasted time. Guess this doesn't work. Right? Guess my training doesn't matter. It does matter. The issue though is that you're trying to pull your brand new form out in a field where there's no pressure. Doesn't matter where the disc goes, accuracy doesn't matter, distance doesn't matter. You're just trying to get the correct mechanic, and then you go into a round where accuracy does matter, distance does matter, how well you perform in score does matter, right? And now your brain is hijacking your muscle memory, and it took the opportunity of that little extra pressure to break the muscle memory that you had built and had in the field. How do we overcome that? It's important to understand that just like there are progressions in drills, just like there's progression in form, there is progression in pressure. And in order to master a form technique, it needs to go through the ringer of all the different pressure levels. There are basically 6 or 7 that I've come across, depending on how nitpicky you get, right? So first level of pressure would be field work. You're in a field, you're working. Again, we already talked about that. Doesn't really matter where the disc goes. You don't care. There's no basket out there. You just throw and try to work on the form piece. Yeah, maybe if it's distance, you start carrying a little too much, blah, blah, blah. It's a very, very minimal amount of pressure. You're by yourself, nobody's watching, right? Now, if you try to take that form piece and pull it into a national tour event, it's probably gonna break because there's so much pressure, your body's so tight, it doesn't have anything to latch onto. So instead of taking it from level 1 out in the field all the way up to level 7, a big event, take it just one step up and practice it one step up, which would be just a round by yourself. So you're doing form work in the field, go out by yourself and try to implement just that form work. It doesn't really matter that much, it's just a little more pressure, but it doesn't matter what you score in that round. It matters to you, right? And that's why the pressure's there, because you wanna see that your work has been paying off, that your field work has been paying off, right? So there's gonna be some pressure, and that pressure is just enough for your body to have to fight to go back to the muscle memory and to go back to what you practice in the field, right? So we just step it up one notch, and if it breaks there, you just go back one step, right? If it breaks in a national tour event, then you have to go all the way back to the beginning because you didn't train it through anything else, right? But here we just go back one step. And so we go from practice round, okay, it didn't stick, let me go hammer it out in the field a little more. Okay, sticking in the field, consistent field, let me go back up to the practice round by myself. Okay, cool, it's sticking there. Now, you don't go up to the national tour event, you go one step, right? So that would be a round with a buddy. You don't tell them, hey, I'm practicing this form thing. You know, you just go and you have a casual round with a friend and you see if it sticks. If it breaks, guess what? You go back to the round by yourself and see if it sticks there. That little added pressure of having a friend there, now my brain starts acting all crazy. Now my muscle memory's gone. I'm too tight, right? And so you start learning through those levels. So the next level, if you pass that one, would be to go from a round with a friend, now go to a tag match. And so now it is worth something, even a little more. We just notched it up one. And now you're gonna lose or keep your tag. So if it doesn't work there, go back to casual round until you get it and it sticks mostly there. It's gonna still break sometimes. Notch it up one more. Okay, so after the tag match, what's next? How about a league round where there's a bunch of people, tags, no tags, whatever, but your score matters. Now you're placing, maybe you paid a little bit of money. Could be a PDGA rated league round, could just be a non-PDGA rated league round, but just moving it up one. Next pressure level would be a tournament, like a smaller tournament, unsanctioned, C tier, something in that area, that would be the next level to practice it up. And then the final level would be a big event, which most of us will never see, honestly, but there's a whole different level of pressure, you better believe, when your putt is the difference between, you know, an extra $2,000, right? If a putt's ever gonna break, it's gonna be right there. Like, this is for one stroke, and this is for $2,000, right? It's probably gonna break if it's most of us. It's just gonna beat us down. So, but you have to go through all those levels with the form change, right? And then guess what? After that's cemented and mastered, you don't have to think about it in a round anymore, because your body really has it in its muscle memory, and it's been proven through all the pressure levels. So then we get to go on the fun journey of finding something new, to go through all the pressure levels again. So super, super important to work the form pieces all the way up. And this is why we need time for form changes to take place, because mastering in a field is very easy. Mastering it on a course is very difficult. So give yourself time, work through the pressure levels. We'll see you in the next one. Peace out.